Welcome back everyone to more Helldivers 2 gameplay. Sorry for a long hiatus, but life happens. Um, Enjoy. So I want to do something a little different for this video and kind of explain, what I do, why I do for those of you that might be newer. As you can see here, we dropped into quite a mess right off the bat. One of the reasons I do love energy weapons, and the sickle is one of the better of the two rifles, because it doesn't need ammo as long as you're not overheating. You just basically keep firing. Almost died there. As you see here, get a little too rambunctious with firing to kill that guy, and my weapon did overheat, so I had to reload it. Stick to a lot of the laser weapons for that reason. However, this doesn't really work well against certain enemy types. Typically, I take the grenade pistol as a sidearm for clearing bug holes and whatnot. Now, I do like to play against the bots more than the bugs, just because I think it's a little bit funner in my case, but to each their own. As for my stratagems, I do like to take equal airstrike, as it's good for clearing fabricators, big groups of enemies. Not so effective against tanks anymore. It pretty much needs a direct hit against hulks. The laser cannon can kill hulks, hit them in the eye. You can also melt off their arms or legs if you're not as accurate. The thermite grenades are also a very big clutch weapon against big things like hulks, tanks, fabricators. Obviously have a good team here that's pretty well rounded as well. I also like to take the HMG placement. It is very good. It can chew through hulks, basically everything except things that are heavily armored on the front, like tanks. But if you catch them on their back or side, it is very good. Here I place one very, very poorly. Good to have them up high, and I also did not notice that that tank was exposed over there. I could have killed it with my laser cannon. But the walkers, the HMG sheds through. Took a hit here, wasn't paying attention, but you can actually use your stims while in the HMG. Thermite grenades are also very good, as if you throw them on the side of a fabricator, it'll melt them. You don't have to get that sweet spot grenade from the front. You just toss it and forget about it, and then eventually it blows up. One downside of the thermites is the time it takes. It does tend to bounce off enemy armor. This is also why I take the grenade pistol, because it's very good at clearing fabricators if you're facing them from the front. Pretty much cleared that large base out. Here, you're wondering why that guy says reinforced even though he's not there. It's a bug with Helldivers. Sometimes people leave, they get stuck in your match. It's also why there's a guy running around without letter number designations above his head. Pretty chaotic here. You can see these thermite grenades work wonders against Hulks. Surprised I didn't get cooked earlier, but throw it on them, take some time. Teammate almost kills you. Another weird bug here where it knocks me back, then I teleport up. Show you how powerful the laser cannon is. Just get around to the back of a tank. You either have an ally distracted or get close. And then melt it from the back. If you're playing a Helldivers game that isn't bugged, please let me know. I haven't seen any yet, but they're fixing it. They're getting there, slowly but surely. Earlier I threw this HMG turret down, sneaking behind a massive patrol that's trying to fight an ally, and it just chews through all of them. Pretty good for sniping from a good distance. It'll take out most targets, so you don't even have to aim at the walkers. They're weak points. You can just shoot them in the head. It'll take them out. Again, why I like to take the rail cannon strike as one of mine is for those tanks under cover or things I just don't want to get too close to deal with. Again, rail cannon. Followed up by a eagle to clear out that little base. If you are newer to the game, make sure you go through and actually loot those bases, because that's where some samples are going to be at. I'm maxed out on samples. However, I always pick them up for my teammates because I don't know if they are maxed out or not. But again, shows you how good this laser cannon is and things I take and why I take them. The end of this match got a little hectic. You know, sometimes Helldivers throws you easy to deal with waves, other times they drop 2 factory striders right on your extract before you even get to start calling it in. I typically like to focus on their machine guns underneath first, either with the laser cannon or HMG. This way I can get in close and do whatever I want, avoiding that big top turret that they have. See, the HMG works wonders for this. If you're wondering how I can call in my airstrikes and such while moving around, because I have a gamepad, not sponsored or anything, just a Azuron gamepad, which is awesome because I can do things like move and call in airstrikes and whatnot. Alright, our second match didn't go, too bad, but you can see here that a laser cannon kill Hulk, though he kind of threw me in the air. Gamepad is actually pretty key, otherwise you have to kind of stop and use your WASD. I do play on computer, should kind of mention that probably from the beginning, but gamepad does help a lot, so I can call in strats while moving. Sometimes I'm great at it, sometimes it doesn't want to read my things in the right order. Here's another example of why the HMG is boss. Went back to one I had placed down. There was a bunch of enemies around it and just chewed them up. And help my friends clear out the 4 vein data mission or submission. then that's about it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, or leave me a comment if you like this style. I'll leave you with a absolute banger of a 38 kills on a 8 MG.